Welcome everyone. You're listening, perhaps watching the show with the worst countdowns ever.
5.
There was
17.
There was 8 seconds between 2 and 1.
Because you said 2, so you're about to speak, and then he said something else, and
He
then
was like yelling at you in between 2 and 1. I was like, I think I know how seconds work, and it's problematic.
don't want to plug my phone. I need the batteries, bro.
Your battery.
We also don't need the clock. We're fine.
I'm Peeze. I was in excruciating pain. It's been upgraded to somewhat excruciating.
So less.
Yeah.
So downgraded.
Yes. It's either way. It's been graded.
So it's better. It's been graded.
Yes.
It's an A now.
Yeah. I have a graded injury.
It's interesting.
I'm joined by Simon Dagenais.
What's
Simon, who are you? What are
I'm
you?
Simon Dagenais, as you just mentioned. I'm the one that unplugged the clock. And it's working now. It was glorious. It was for everybody who watched Ziff 6. We went like no noise for 30 seconds because we were just all laughing at Peeze trying to start the clock. It was great.
That would not turn on.
Because it was
Because it was unplugged.
and you knew this. It wasn't like a shock or anything. I told you before.
Yeah, I wasn't listening.
I know.
Eagle, master control.
I am the person who restored the functionality of said clock. You're welcome.
You know why you shouldn't eat clocks?
So you know what time it is?
There's a lot of
It's,
reasons.
it's too time consuming.
Oh God.
He's so happy with himself.
Give me that move.
Yeah.
Give me that move, though.
Yeah.
Simon, what'd you see?
Better jokes than that. I'll tell you that much. That was
Impossible. Impossible.
the most
The
that joke.
greatest joke ever told.
So okay, let me start you with this. Do you believe in Black Knights this season?
Do I believe in them?
Yeah. Do you think they're an actual contender this season?
No.
Because.
I'm not sure. History mostly.
Okay.
I know it's not accurate, right? Because they've changed and they've improved. But
They're technically 3-1. They lost.
Technically.
They beat Punishers, but they forfeited the game because of cap violation. They lost to Bruins, who was a very strong team this season. They've beat A-Town and now Amsterdam.
yeah, Amsterdam's a good team.
What more do you need from them for you to be a believer?
I mean, so the unfair thing to do would be do it in the playoffs,
Or
and then when
or
they
be
win
like,
the playoffs, be like, do it in the finals,
or be
and
like,
just keep moving the yardstick.
beat the process next week. Like, come on,
Well, that's a good indicator.
keep it close to the process, and you'll be a serious contender.
Well, no, because that's like if you expect to be a contender, you need to be able to beat teams like the Bruins. And
But does that make the process not a contender if they lose to Black Knights?
I see what you're doing there. So, but like,
So if it's
ideally, all the contenders. Let's say there's 10 games between contenders.
yes.
And they split them 5-5, and all those teams go 7-3 or 8-2.
So, but if your sample size is only one game, shouldn't the game that's decided by less than 7 points be considered? You know, they're
Okay,
both great teams.
Let's do that. Do you think it will be?
I think there's potential for Black Knights to keep it close to 7 points. I think that considering how they've been playing this season, their defense is good. Their offense is a bit slow paced.
But so that's my issue. Is let's say they get down 2 scores, they won't be able to then keep up.
No, they absolutely need to either play with a lead, slow the pace down, or find a way to keep the process offense off the field. You won't be able to score 40 points against them. I just don't see Black Knights being able to do that. So in return, what you need to be able to do is to make sure that that the process does not score more than 30.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Black Knights is going to score 24, 25, 26 points against them.
Yeah, I can see that.
For that to be a close game, you need to make sure the other team only gets 5 possessions total. Get a stop, you might win this game.
There is a chance if framed that way. I can't load a page.
Yeah, it's
so if you have anything.
Thank you, Eagle.
Nope, this isn't me. This is another person.
Nope. Okay, let's talk about the teams.
How long can we stall?
I read the first line of the script. Let's talk about the teams.
So the heading, most surprising start. Let's talk about the teams. With the have had a surprising start. No show, rolling with my homies, GLC and Voodoo.
Okay, so what's surprising about Rolling Mahomes, except from the terrible name?
Well, terrible name. So here's the thing. So Rolling Mahomes and GLC are teams I expect to be competitive, but not out of the gate. I expected there to be sort of like ease into the season.
4-6 playoff team.
Yeah, 4-6 or 6-4 playoffs, somewhere in there. Like a bounce goes one way, they're 4-6. A butterfly flaps and swings, they're 6-4. You know, Ashton Kutcher wakes up. I killed somebody. I don't know why. I was so confused by that movie.
It was so.
Eagle, how much money did the butterfly effect gross?
A lot. It was a good movie. The first one was a good movie.
There was more than one.
There's two.
There is a second one, actually.
The first one was a great movie. The second one was just they tried to make money out of it. They tried to milk the clock.
You were the only one who watched it.
I knew about it. I liked the first one. I really liked the movie. I liked the concept of the movie.
They earned. Ooh, actually, it's a lot of money. Jesus. 58 million in the U.S., 96 million worldwide.
Jesus.
So not even 100 million.
Well, but don't forget for the time though.
That's true. Because I was thinking, but like Avengers,
like Star Wars made $1 billion.
Avengers made 1.3.
Yeah.
And the second one was so bad. There's literally no section for how much money they made.
So they didn't make.
Did it go to the movies? Did it even? Or they went straight?
It was direct to DVD.
Oh, now you know it's not a good
That's
one.
rough.
Now you know.
That's rough.
Now you
And
know when
there was also a third one, by the way.
Third?
It played.
Who paid for that? Was it one of Harvey Weinstein's pre-settlements?
The critical reception section for the third one says it's characterized as a very mild improvement over the nigh unwatchable butterfly effect to do.
So it's better than the one, but it's still not great.
Very mild improvement.
Well, but improvement.
So, oh wow. Oh man, I can't. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is very unprofessional of us.
So Voodoo took on Longhorns.
Yes,
They won 24-20. They're one of the teams again that I thought,
I had
Middle
zero
class.
expectations
Yeah.
for Voodoo. I love the guys on the team. I think they've been in FF for a very long time, and I'm happy to see them come back every season. But I also don't think they're gonna win the championship anytime soon. And then this season, they surprised me.
Well, but like we see the big addition, of course, Angelo Garofalo, my former teammate.
Yes,
Dude's absolutely a stud. Doesn't get his due in FPF. And
he does not.
We see in these clips, Eagles gonna play them.
Touchdown.
He scores a touchdown, and then when he'll play after that, he gets a pick six on a very confusing play that just hurts my eyes.
We don't understand what happened. And Voodoo only won by 4 points against Longhorns. Considering what he did in that game by himself,
Yeah.
they should have won by more. Voodoo played this season. Okay, so this is Voodoo so far. They beat Dream Chasers by 24 points. Great. They beat Palpatine 19-0 against a Palpatine that was depleted roster-wise. They lost to Outlaws by a single point. Yes. And we consider Outlaws to be one of the best teams in the division. Now they beat Longhorns. The rest of the way, their schedule gets a lot easier. Finishing the season with Nakatomi Survivors. So,
Easy win for Nakatomi Survivors.
by 50.
By 50.
So I was skeptical of Voodoo. Voodoo has always been one of those teams where it's the Pat Saint-Amand show sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So Frankie throws to Pat Saint-Amand. They hope that they're going to be able to score four touchdowns that way and throw one more to someone else.
Hall of Fame nominated Pat Saint-Amand.
Oh, interesting.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Actually, let's do that next.
I think that's actually might be the only Defy or lower division player to this level on the list. Anyway,
A new
we'll get there.
inductees, that's true.
A new inductee maybe is on the list. There's a few guys who are eligible. On Longhorns, there's the quarterback that's eligible. John Moodo's been around for the longest of times.
Nope, he's not there.
He's not.
Spoilers.
Why is he not on the list? He's eligible.
Yeah, he's eligible.
He didn't make the cut.
Along with 375 other people.
Okay.
No, and guys like Alex David, of course, being one of the
Yep.
who
On
was one of the
Ravens.
first inductees.
Who plays for Ravens?
Actually, from Division 5. A guy who started in Division 5 is a new inductee, Alex Hollowak.
Not inductees, nominees.
Sorry,
Nominees,
nominees.
yeah.
Along with my boy, Joey Taylor. I'm hoping.
Yeah, Joey Taylor, who started in
hoping
Division
this is his
Alex
year.
Hollowak also started in Division 5. No longer a Division 5 player.
Literally the thing I said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's no longer.
But then why would you also say it?
And
Because
it's hot too.
well, because Alex David plays in Division 5 right now for Ravens.
Yeah. But
Is there other guys on this list that currently still play Division 5 that is relevant to this division podcast?
Maybe. Does Francois Delorier play in Division
Yes,
5?
Palpatine.
Also,
Yeah, we-
I am Francois Delorier.
Oh, François. Oh, sorry, François. I thought Marc-André.
Yeah. You got to pay attention to
François-
the show.
I don't think François plays Division 5.
Pat Saint-Amand, as we mentioned.
Yep, Pat Saint-Amand.
He's a
for
new
Voodoo.
inductee.
Nominee.
New nominee. God damn it! What's wrong with my
Stop spoiling!
brain? It'd be awesome if they all get inducted. And I think that's it. So just I'll quickly list the new inductees, new nominees. What's wrong with
Well,
my
don't
brain?
list everybody. This is not list radio. It's
There's
calling the
like
audible.
7 names.
Nine.
Relax,
Oh, 7 is
relax.
fine.
Alex Holloway, Dylan Taylor, Francois Delorier, Jamie Ojea, Jeremy Anderson, Marc-Antoine Vien, Olivier Bordage, Pat Saint-Amand, and Rod Mashtub. So
And we may have another
because
1 to
we
3
may
being added
forget
in last minute.
who's playing in what division. So I recommend we do that. Spend 8 seconds on that every
That's fair.
podcast.
That's fair.
Today.
A lot of those guys started in Division 5 because Division 6 didn't exist back then.
Yeah.
The same way we both did.
Mhm.
Started in Division 5.
I started Division D.
Eagle never really started. So,
Correct.
I started from the bottom,
Yeah,
and
actually-
I'm still there.
Eagles started in Division 3. Back when there was only 3 divisions.
hey, poor guy. That sounds like a GM collection.
I had to
thing.
play triple sixers with featuring Pat Jerome.
Wow, I remember that. I remember playing against them. It was so bad. It was back when there was no cap, so a Division 3 team could essentially be a Division 1 team now. It was do you remember that winter 2010 Triple Sixers and Warriors?
Yep.
So Triple Sixers and Warriors finished with like a plus minus of 350. The only time Triple Sixers lost is because they played Warriors, and Warriors won 14-0 and won the whole thing. From my recollection of playing both of these teams in the same season, I would say that Warriors was the most dominant team I've ever played against.
Yeah.
Ever. It was dumb. And after that season, I said, I should sign up again and play in this weird league.
We're not getting smashed.
It was Division 4, by the way, the Triple Sixers and
Yeah,
Warriors
it was
played.
before. Yeah.
Wasn't your first season of 3?
It was C technically.
C, okay. My mistake.
I remember playing this. Not in that. Actually, we played Les Affreux. That was a long time ago.
Les Affreux has also been one of these teams that they're sadly not around anymore. Well, partially.
In different forms.
Yeah.
You know what team that's not here anymore? Dragons.
Good. It's true. Listen, Eagle. Where's lockdown?
It's still here.
No, it's not.
It's just a little dead. It's still good.
It's just a little dead. No show. One of the teams I'm pleasantly surprised that they're doing so well to start the season. They got their 3rd win, beating Tip Top Shape 25-22.
I'm very happy they're showing up.
Correct.
No. I was about to ask, do you have inside information?
Well, they were for the show in spring, and we're always missing guys. So that's why I found the team name
Clever.
No Show to be clever. But they really struggled as for the show. But this time around, they have even more athletes than they've had. For some reason, though, they had Sean Abram pretending to run routes.
What's a Sean Abram?
Yeah, he's a guy who's not quite a quarterback. Adam Niamandi is what we've expected, but he's a phenomenal athlete, and he's making it work for himself.
Okay. I agree. I can't load it.
What did you see anything else, or do I continue to filibuster between topics?
No, I brought a game and then you cut me off with something else.
How long can we stall?
Which games, you know?
I brought a game, but you're like, no, let's talk about something else. Also, why is there games missing from this thing?
Because
Nakatomi Survivors didn't play yesterday?
No, actually, yes. Can we take that result instead of the blown call by Simon Sabatino?
Brocation. It's not a blown. Okay, so it's a partially blown call. It was an interception. You weren't there.
One hop.
Also, the
I
way
have eyewitness accounts.
also the way your quarterback played is enough for you guys to lose it.
Guy, we've had no quarterback all season. We've been rotating. We've had
Third
two
string,
injuries.
baby.
Guy, listen, I saw Dave Daou play that game. You started off okay. I'll give you that much. So you were playing against Dave Daou, who's a much better team than I thought they would be. Dave Daou's an actually pretty good team.
Apparently, they were making ridiculous catches all
Yeah, every time I turn around, I was like, who's these guys? And also, do you want to play Division 3? So I was there. I was at the game, and I was talking to Mokan. I was like, who's these guys in white? He's like, Dave Daou. No, he looked at me. He's like, I don't know how to pronounce this word. So he was expecting something crazy, and then he just points at the board.
Les Voyous?
Voyou, like, you're terrible, Mokan. That's exactly what
What does that mean? Like, what's the reference there?
Voyou?
Yeah.
Like band, not band. It's like the people who do like trouble. Like you know those kids who
Misfits?
throw. Yeah, misfits is the right word.
Oh, okay.
Throw rocks at people's windows.
Okay.
Voyou, like they just misfits is the right word. So they're a good team, which started off bad for you guys because you're not.
Yeah,
And
correct. That's right. I don't understand why that can't win though.
that's true. And they were making good plays, but so Dave who started off at quarterback. He started off all right. Listen, when it's the second drive of the game and you're practicing snap, you take a timeout to practice snaps. You know it's not gonna go well. You just have a feeling.
So also, because I wasn't there, I was laid up with an injury, unfortunately. But Eagle, correct me if I'm wrong. I heard Mike Adonis snapped in this game.
Correct.
Why didn't Steven Alberico snap in this game?
I don't know.
It's a team with 2 snappers. Neither of them snap.
I don't know.
The funny part is everybody at that game didn't seem to care. Steven Alberico. Eagle. Anywho, Dave Dawood did not play well in the second half.
You keep saying that.
The first half he played well, second half did not.
Oh my God, you said the same thing again. It's
You
4
got-
times.
You guys,
What?
Website's back.
Ah, nice. Website's back.
hey, no, for real. I wasn't expecting you guys to win, and you did not. Levi was a better team than I expected, and seeing how they played against you guys, I'm confident that they'll be a good Division 5 team this season.
Fair. Outlaws beat up on Palpatine.
Nah, whatever.
Marc-Antoine Desaulniers said after the game he was shocked at how small the windows were.
He missed a few games, eh? He was out for a little while.
Yeah, he had a concussion.
And he came back to 6 points.
Yes.
Should he consider
Not having
staying
concussions.
back? Staying out.
He said, and I spoke to him after the game, and what's weird is the thing about Outlaws that's amazing is not their defense.
It's their quarterback.
It's very good
It's
system.
the Kevin Smuda.
Kevin Smuda, very good quarterback, very good offensive system. Defensively, it's not a team that really stands out.
Listen, we both hate the Dana,
Like that.
Mr. Kim Kusei himself.
Yeah.
But he's a good defender for Division 5.
I mean, okay, if you want him to be.
No, the thing is, he's smart at playing a
Well-
very particular role, which is he plays the middle of the field aggressively towards one side or the other. And he understands that if he sits where he starts, he's not going to do anything. So he takes a chance. He's not going to get interceptions, let's be honest.
He did get an interception this game.
Matt Cadre, come on, man. Kevin
Nick
Kusai.
Danner right up in your face.
But if there's one thing is when you're playing against him, and I've seen a lot of quarterbacks do this, is you sort of try to go away from him because you're afraid of him shooting routes and you making that mistake, which forces
you have to hold the ball like a half a second longer to see where he shoots and then make your read.
which forces you to go to the outside where Shine and Kevin Smuda are, which is way worse. So in those cases, he's doing his job by forcing quarterbacks to go to the best players on the team.
That's fair.
And it gives Outlaws, like you said, their offense is their strongest suit, but their defense isn't terrible. And
I just didn't think there were 6 points good.
I think they were win by 32 good. I agree with you. But maybe that's also on Palpatine.
Yeah.
That might not solely be on Outlaws.
I mean, also 4 picks in this game. I mean, you're giving good field position for 38 points.
Yep. Dream Chasers, Ravens tie. Give me a moo.
Yeah.
Give me any sound. It's not fire.
It was the opposite of that, though. That's what happened to the cow.
I hate ties. Super Saiyans, Buffalo Wild Wings.
So Ravens still haven't won a game.
I know.
The hell?
So I don't want to talk about ties. So
Yeah.
Super Saiyans, who we all believe is the best team in the division,
Yes.
won by 5 against Buffalo Wild Wings.
So Buffalo Wild Wings, especially defensively, are better than you would think they would be.
But they still put up 25 on Super Saiyans, which is good.
Yeah.
Do you think the Buffalo Wild Wings in the next 6 weeks are going to be able to upset 2 teams?
Yeah. Again, so in Div 6, we talked about these annoying teams that hang into every game and can win on any week or lose on any week.
I'm not saying
they're that.
I'm not saying Buffalo Wild Wings will win 2 games. I'm saying upset 2 games. So beat a team like Rolling with My Homies, Flamand Fou. That's about it.
So their schedule is Tents and Hammocks, Rolling with My Homies, Flamand Fou, No Show, Big Fun Party Mix 8, and Dream Chasers.
I can see them winning 3 of those games.
It's good. It's very good for them. They're currently 2-2, so they finished 5-5.
Yeah.
Congratulations on being average.
Woo! Weirdly mean from the guy who leads FPF in lifetime interceptions.
It's true. Also,
What's the opposite of achievement?
Failure.
So the lifetime failure award would go to someone Dagenais for
But then so many touchdowns though. You just wish you were on my level.
I mean, but a lot of them went to the other team.
Man, if we could tack on the pick sixes
yeah,
on
just
top.
make them.
Sorry,
Because
Kevin
like, I
Wyatt.
only throw pick sixes. By the
Sorry,
way.
Kevin Wyatt.
So I would love that. In 5B, Finessers got crushed by AEW.
How?
44-24.
No, but how? Explain
By
to me
a
how
lot
this
of
happens.
points.
The
Well,
worst.
Jeremy White was on 16 for 22.
About time.
6 touchdowns.
ECW hasn't been playing up to the level that we
Mhm.
expect him to all season. It's about time that they finally find their groove, so to speak.
Well, it's a step up for ECW, right? So it like
Yeah, but
it
they
would
also
take a second.
dominated.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like they were middle of the pack Division 16. Let's try this Division 5 thing. It's Division 6 too easy, bro. Let's move up. Let's play
Division
5.
E, right?
6 and E. They played twice. They played 2 seasons.
Eagle.
Yes.
Answer that question.
L'Oiseau.
Yes.
Yes, I was right. You were wrong.
I didn't look it up. I'm guessing.
And
I
then
can't believe what I'm working with.
a week ago we were hammering Orsa for just saying they registered in the wrong division,
That's what I'm working with.
and they win. They win this week, 32-12 against Dope Boys.
Can we
The
do
hell
some-
is wrong with Dope
Can we
Boys?
do something about this thing? No, can we not?
Since
Dope
we're at
Boys.
it, we do have Alexander Bakalani in chat saying Jeremy White is a baller.
That's coming from what was his nickname? I'm on so many pain meds. The Brazilian.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yo,
I remember-
Alex, write that nickname in chat, please. I can't remember at the
It's
moment.
the Hawaiian.
No, it was Brazilian.
It was Brazilian.
Yeah,
It's the funky.
he's my favorite Brazilian receiver.
mythical animal or whatever. Yeah, I remember what it is.
Also, just we're on the topic, Jeremy White holds the highest completion percentage in a game at 93.1%.
So you're saying there's never been a 100% game?
In a regular season game, no.
Really?
Really?
I
Because
discredit
I've
that.
seen Kevin White
It-
do it in a
it must be-
championship
Playoffs,
game.
yeah.
No, but it must be minimum 20 attempts.
Yeah, there's like a minimum number for completion.
Because I'm pretty sure I've seen perfect games before. Just maybe not 20 attempts.
Well then,
Because if you throw
20 passes.
only completions, at some point you're going to score.
Yes.
And then it's not your fault if you didn't get the ball 20 times.
We're all struggling with our. technology
We
at the moment.
apologize for this podcast that's not going as well as we hoped.
Yeah, when we don't have all our tools, it's difficult. It's definitely difficult.
It's true. You're not very good without your tools.
It's also true. Tip Top Shape, Buffalo Wild Wings, Spartans,
Ouais.
Palpatine,
La vocation.
Big Pun 40 Mix. They're all 2-2. Who will rise above the pack? The packening, so to speak.
The packeting.
And what will it take for the other teams to really to make that reality for them?
You wrote the script and you can't
Yeah.
read it?
Yeah, I'm just trying
Right. All right. Oh, look, you brought coffee.
for himself.
For himself. Yes. No. What?
Yo, answer my question.
Sorry, excuse me. I think Brocasion has a good chance this season. They started off poorly, but I believe that Brocasion is one of those teams that's going to be able to turn around because of the success they recently had. They started 0-2, if I'm not mistaken. They've been 2-2 since. There's something there that they didn't necessarily have before.
What is that thing?
It's Justin Sterntel is learning the quarterback position faster than we both anticipated. I wasn't expecting him to be successful in Division 5 this season. He's finding ways to be. Spartans, I don't see it. Tip Top Shape, maybe, but I feel like they're not as dominant as they used to be. Buffalo Wild Wings, we just talked about them. They're going to finish 5-5.
Yeah, that's what
big-
you said.
Big Fun Party Mix 8. I see them potentially making a push into the playoffs with a 6-4 record. I don't see them going 8-2 to finish the way. And Palpatine, like I just said, depends who shows up moving forward. They've had roster issues for the past 4 weeks.
By the way, if you guys want on this show, send us a message. We're looking for co-hosts.
You know how we turned the pack into the packeting?
The packeting.
We turned Simone to the firing. That's the goal.
You can't because you're leaving.
I know. What has been the failing with Tuesday Night Lights this season?
Wow, a lot of things, man. Their offense is just not working.
Because
Well, first of all, there's no games on Tuesdays, so
That's clearly the problem.
So, if there were dominance,
Wednesday night lights, right away you win more games.
yeah.
I just think that overall the lack of experience on the team
So, but
combined
they're
with
not saying they'll win every Tuesday. They're just saying that like they know how to operate luminance.
or they want to play Tuesday nights, and then they realized if we call ourselves the Tuesday Night Lights,
They'll have a
Rob's
choice.
gonna give us Tuesday night games, and then they realize, oh wait, it's only 1 week.
Yeah.
Or if they knew that all along, it's clever. I just think that their offense has put up 18 points in 4 games. FPF is an offensive-driven league. If you're not able to put up realistically 20 points a game, you're not going to be
Even at
competitive.
20. Even at 20.
At 20, you're going to win a few games. You're going to win
You
some
might
games,
not.
19-18. You're going to win some games in low-scoring affairs. They haven't been scored on a lot. They lost the game 19-12. They lost the game 24-6. By scoring 20 points, they're going to stay competitive the whole way. By scoring 6, they're not.
They're not. Yeah.
So their offense needs to figure something that works for them right away. Not just for the long run, but find a few plays that you're going to be able to run consistently. Run the same 3 plays over and over again until you really run them perfectly.
With the quality of rushers in 5A this season, Johnny
Yep.
Johnston, Charles David Martel, Andrew Knob, Zachary Alvarez-Gill, and Michael Ledesar, and the like, there's many more. Are you surprised that no one has really been on pace for a historic season?
Not really. I think the Division 5 is deep enough that the quarterbacks don't take that many sacks anymore. Because first of all, there's not a lot of running quarterbacks like we've seen in Division 6, for instance, which creates more sacks. By them trying to run, being tackled, let's say, at 1 behind the line of scrimmage counts as a sack, which helps rushers' totals. I would say that it's just more on the quarterbacks and on the rushers themselves. These are very good rushers that have put up numbers in the past. I think it's just whoever they were playing against, the quarterbacks are not taking sacks necessarily. If it's an interception, it doesn't count towards the rusher, but it's still a big play by the rusher if you storm back foot up in the air and somebody picks it off.
One thing to mention, Johnny Johnston, Andrew Knopp, and Alexis Dubois have 3 games played and have 7, 6, and 5 sacks respectively. So if they get a couple sacks in their games, those ones are a little bit more on, pace for larger seasons in terms of sacks.
Yeah. But I'm just like, no one's really like.
There's no standout person
Yeah.
right now, yeah.
For now.
Then again, 3 in 7 games is not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. Simon,
Why?
fix Flamand Fou.
How? What fix
Fix them. Emotionally and footballically.
emotionally?
And footballically. It's a real word. Don't look it up.
So I walk up to Thomas Coutu and just basically hug him. He looks mad consistently. Maybe there's something there. Maybe he needs like a hug or something. I don't know.
The Brazilian, was it the Mapinguara?
Yes.
The Brazilian Mapinguara.
Yes. Who
Alex
complimented Jeremy
Bakalani.
White. I think that Flamand Fou, it's a good team that had success in the past. The only issue with Flamand Fou that I could see in the way I need to fix them is Nicholas Schaffer needs to stop forcing deep throws and these highly spectacle sideline catches.
Mhm.
You don't have to throw 15-yard on a line to make it a good gain in FPF. A wobbly 4-yard slant that the receiver turns into a 20-yard play also works. Joey Taylor's not flashy, but it works.
Future Hall of Famer.
But it works. So
Except if you ask Terry's burner account.
Speaking of which, we actually have Brian Huffman in chat saying 20 points to win. That's a good defensive day. Simon, you crazy man.
Coincidentally, the moment that someone walked into the studio.
the best part is about 5 hours ago, I called it out saying, this sounds like him. And I had no idea. Oh, wow, this is great.
And
Good
we
times.
have Bakalani confirming his nickname.
Yes,
Yes.
I remembered.
So you got it right. Also, you love that nickname.
Yeah, it's a good name.
For sure.
Mapinguara.
We came up with like 5 or 6 nicknames throughout our podcast history.
They've all
Every
stuck.
single one of them have been good.
They've all
Fly
stuck.
Jesus was the first one.
Yeah.
During the finals. You were way too hyped about it.
I still like going back a few years, and it was Le Boeuf Français for Adrien Desautouais. That was good.
Because he was beefy.
And French.
So we both know Nick Schaffer as a cannon front arm.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to use it all the time.
No.
The less he uses it, the more efficient their offense is going to become. That's the way I would fix Fama.
It does look like he's always looking for that big strike down the field.
He's looking for that. They're forcing it too, and that's a problem. You be more of an efficient offense, and once the defense starts to play stickier and closer, that's when you take a shot and you make it pay. Don't do it the other way where you're forcing deep throws because we can and we're better.
Yeah, that won't work. We mentioned Alexander Bakalani quite a bit this show, and he's actually the next topic conversation. Will his great season be wasted and end without a playoff berth for finessers?
It's still a great season. The problem is it's not the first time that he has a great receiving season. A great season as a receiver, and they don't do anything afterwards. Right? Like finessers, it's not the first time that they're going to have, receiver of the year lost in the first round, or didn't make the playoffs to begin with. It's more on the team than on him. It's not his fault that the rest of the team is not as successful as he is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's more fun to see that with scoring 20 touchdowns is 20 of the 50 of your quarterback, and we're 10-0, and we're gonna push into the playoffs, rather than it's 20 out of 25 from my quarterback, and nobody else can do much on the team.
Yeah. Looking at a team that's in the opposite situation, what have Bruins done to turn around their fate as a bad Div 6 team so quickly?
Bruins have improved dramatically over the last...
Dramatically is not a word.
Drastically.
It's
Yes.
okay.
Or dramatically. But you combine
Could have went either way.
I did say footballically before.
I
So.
was so close. Football. I was so close. I think that Bruins, from adding Gab Wiseman, really helped them because he's coaching them, not just as a quarterback, but he's teaching them a few things and changing the playbook. Gab Wiseman sort of left the team. They brought in a different quarterback. They were then successful with the new guy. So they showed that they're able to be successful with different quarterbacks because the players on the team are better now. And adding Zach Zorn on top of this team, a very good FF player, cannot hurt.
No.
So now that you have two shutdown corners in Gab Wiseman and Zach Zorn on top of a fast, aggressive defense, and an offense that scores a lot of points because Gab Wiseman is the kind of quarterback that's going to use speed to the best of his capacity, Bruins is a scary team this season.
Are you surprised to see Div 6/E alum Jeremy White and Evan Frank as the top two quarterbacks with passing touchdowns this season?
No. Both these quarterbacks are explosive and were able to prove to us in lower divisions that they're not just beating bad defenses, it's their offense is successful and they're making good throws.
I thought that at some point Evan Frank's lack of arm strength would start to bother him, but it seems as if anything, it's just allowed him to be more creative and just learn to exploit
just more
open
efficient.
areas better. Yeah,
He's just more efficient. He knows he's not going to throw 40 yards 16 times in a game. He doesn't need to. All he needs to do is let his receivers make plays for him. He's got good guys around him that are safe hands and fast. He enables his receivers, and his offense is super successful.
Mo Bamba, they've been the pinnacle of mediocrity.
Mo Bamba.
There was 0 plus minus. They're 2-2, straight up boredom.
So how is the pinnacle of mediocrity? They would have to be like,
But also, can you have a pinnacle of mediocrity? Like it's
well, at
the highest point of no point.
the highest point. I don't know. I saw it more
So-
like at the.
So like, if for example you need Cialis, but it's really big. So, Eagle, Jesus, with that goddamn sound. So what, if any, are the defining characteristics for this team?
pinnacle of mediocrity. The highs and the lows. They're
Yes, can you give me something relevant to the team and the roster, and anything about the team?
I'm trying to load the page, man. I'm working hard here. I'm doing overtime. No, for real.
It's only overtime because you were late.
I was late. I was very late. I'm sorry. It's not. It's a fact, Terry. You don't have to scream at me. Okay? Come on. I just think that Mobamba this season, it's one of those teams that I wasn't expecting much out of. 2-2 with a plus minus of 0 is pretty much, I don't know what to expect out of him. So they're exactly where we expected him to be.
Yeah. It's boring. It's what we expected.
It's just weird because in 2 of their games they put up 30 or more, and in the other 2 games they put 12 or less. So
It's
They're all over the place.
It's them at their most Bamba, so to speak.
Nice.
they have Finessers, Le Speak Easy, Les Gros Coq, Honey Martin or Honey Martin.
Nico Cook. Yes, it's an FF name, Barry.
the U and player recognition on their schedule. So it's
5 and 5
It's a
plus
mixed
minus
bag.
of 0.
Yeah.
I see it.
And they will either win or lose the game by scoring 30 or scoring 12. So we don't know.
Bomba's not my favorite
We
team in
don't
Division
know.
5.
I know you guys were hard on me early in the show
Nice.
about my jokes, but I will say that conversely, if I had a DeLorean, I would only drive it from time to time.
Thank you.
Time to time. Eagle, games of the week.
Speaking
Games of the week.
Because like it's a time traveling.
I get it. It's not
From
good.
time to
I mean,
time.
it's okay.
It's better than the other one you did.
You're just
All right.
dog.
So we have on the roster again. This is bye week for those of you who don't know. So we take a little bit of a break for playoffs to give everyone some time to watch the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's the best. So
You're the
we
best.
have 2 games in Division 5A this week. First is Monday, Tip Top Shape versus Rollin' with My Homies.
Give me the homies. It's a terrible name. I hate to say it, so I'm sticking just to homies. I just don't think that Tip Top Shape has the firepower to keep up with the Rollins.
I disagree. I think Tip Top Shape, they're going to win games. They haven't been playing as well as I thought they would. Charles Verreau got really involved this game. This past game, I don't see why he wouldn't be a stud in the rest of the way through. Give me them.
Tip Top Shape.
Yeah.
And on the Wednesday game, we have Ravens versus GLC. Will this be the Ravens' first win?
Maybe. I mean, I don't understand why they're losing, but GLC is also 4-0, and it's probably the best GLC we've seen. So
But
GLC?
Who's gonna play for Chelsea this week?
I don't know. I'm not on the team, bro.
This is
Terry, are you still in the group chat? You're not. Your mic's on. Is your mic on? Is his mic on?
Yes, it is.
Which group chat?
The GLC. The
Green Lantern Corp.
Green Lantern Corps.
Oh no, we had made a separate one,
Oh, okay.
and I think I can pull that stuff up.
Just feel free to interject with comments throughout the rest of the podcast.
The few minutes left.
No, I'm not. I should have kept it, man. I'm not in it anymore.
Aw.
I might be able to get a hollowback to send me the screenshots, but that was fun.
Yeah.
I like those guys.
Yeah, they're good guys.
Yeah.
Did
So
I see-
give me Green Lantern Corps.
Nah, give me Ravens. They're gonna have to win one at some point.
And then in Division 5B, we got 4 games. They're going to do them all. Thundercats versus Le Speak Easy Monday night.
Speak easy.
I don't like any of these teams. They're both bad.
Come on.
Speakeasy is running a run pass option, so give me Thundercats.
We also on Monday night have The Process versus Black Knight.
Process.
We talked about that. I'm taking the process by less than 7 points.
I'm saying the process by more than
So if you give me a spread of 10 points, give me Black Knights.
Again,
what are we betting?
But what's the spread?
7 points. I'm saying more than 7. You're saying less than 7.
Can you pick like
So
7.5?
Because
I'll take 7.5. That's fine.
okay, I'm gonna take for 7.5. I'm gonna take
We
Black
give
Knights.
you the extra half a point.
Take Black Knights. The loser has to show up on time next week.
Okay, I'm always on time.
And on Monday night, we also have Easy W versus Punishers.
Give me the dubs. I think that ECW is just too fast and too explosive for Punishers this season. They've been not been playing well.
Punishers have a lot of guys who are not fast. ECW have a lot of guys who are fast. And speed kills.
And last game, Wednesday night,
Yo, but the movie
Takeover.
Speed killed it. That was a great movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
Eagle, also, when we're giving our picks, find out what the gross for Speed the movie was.
The first one or second one?
First one.
No,
obviously.
the first.
The
Stop.
second one had no Keanu. It's not even a movie.
And then the last game, Wednesday night, Takeover versus Threat Level Midnight. Unfortunately for the end, this game is at 8:30. So
So sorry, Trent Level Midnight.
Teams that are named after times they can't play at.
I feel bad for Division 5. 2 teams didn't get it.
Well, Threat Level Midnight is an awesome name. It's
It's an awesome reference.
in reference to the Michael Scarn movie.
I hope their jerseys are a reference to Michael Scarn. Is the quarterback Michael Scarn?
No.
Or Golden Face?
No.
Oh. Anyways, give me. I still believe Takeover is gonna win this one, just because the game's not late enough for them.
No, I think Ian Eber, as we've called him in the podcast before, the dude's a good quarterback. He's surrounded with a lot of talent. Give me a Takeover to win that one.
On a budget of 30 million, they made 350.4 million.
Christ.
Yeah. I wonder how much.
Keanu getting paid.
I wonder how much speed that buys.
Ask Keanu Reeves.
How do
Can you tweet at Keanu Reeves to ask him? Simon, man, thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Peeze, for hosting this.
I apologize to
amazing-
Terry for being late because we still have another show before he gets on. Yeah, because we started 40
You can
minutes.
come
late.
on the next show.
Information could have been given to me while I was at home.
Also, to be fair,
With
you
my
said
wife.
you're gonna show up at 9.
I
You show
came
up
at
at 9.
8:45.
But we never said we started at 9 for Division 3.
I said that because I thought we would, because I thought we were starting at 7.
Yeah, actually, you know, Simon's right in this. I just said I'll be there at 9. Everybody's like, okay. Nobody really told me, but we don't start until like 10.
But we would have if.
No,
someone
more
said
like
so.
9:30 because we usually finish
Well,
at 10:15.
I figured Terry would get here at the end of a show, and then like there would be no
Like
time.
I this, but
Like
for-
9:15.
No, like what he did now, but for Division 4.
Yeah,
I wasn't consistent with the FPF media by being late.
yeah. Eagle, thanks for pressing my buttons.
Sorry
Hey,
for Windows.
Please get rid of the goddamn sound. Most of all, thank you all for letting me be myself. Boop, 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 boop.